Yeah, I met you once at, with, you are gammy.
I know, I'm so sorry.
See, I do that too. And it makes him happy. It's a bite zone, crap me.
I know, I'm so...
Yeah, I met you once at, with, you are gammy.
I know, I'm so sorry.
See, I do that too.
And it makes crazy work. You take Esau out the caves, but you can't take the caves out of Esau, man. All right, shalom, shalom. Nigga, all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Those who rule well who I learned this truth from. And salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth. In all sincerity and diligence, risking your lives and freedoms to do so. Shalom to the rest of the elect. As we all await the second exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This your brother, Rikaga Bar. And, the video speaks for itself. Matter of fact, let me play it again.
Yeah, I met you once at, with,
It's fucking foul, man.
you are gammy.
I know, I'm so sorry.
See, I do that too.
Bitch said she do it too. You got to beware of Becky, man. You got to beware of Becky too. All right, and this is why our forefather Job warned us about these Edomites, man. Matter of fact, let's just jump to it. This is Job 30:1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock." And let me look up the word disdain, because I think it's like dislike, strong dislike or hate, contempt. It says the feeling that someone or something is unworthy of one's consideration or respect. Contempt. All right. So Job is saying he would have disdained. He wouldn't have liked to have these motherfuckers set with the dogs of his flock. Why, man? Because this is the type of shit they do, man. And I've heard stories, man. You know, some of these bitches, man, you got to be weary of, man. These people they head ain't screwed on too tight. All right, if they letting the dog lick all up in their motherfucking mouth, what else you think they doing? The dog fucking around probably popping them, man. Because you got to understand, back in them caves, all right, there's a whole bunch of bestiality going on, man. And we got to understand, these heathen bestiality is something that they fuck with. I'm going to just put it like that. All right. That's why, it's even written in our law that, laws against bestiality, man. Why'd that have to be written? Because ultimately, you had Jake back then that was picking up on that shit from the heathens, the Canaanites, the different captivities that, that we were in, man. OK, and this is why the Lord refers to Esau as the basis of men. OK, they're vile, man. All right. And she over there laughing. You can barely see it, but she says she do it too, man. It's like, man, and I think, brothers, we was talking about this one day at camp. It got brought up. But, these bitches that, they got these Great Danes and, these pit bulls. You got these different dogs and shit, man. You just got to be weary, man, because, hey, these people got a different spirit on them, man. All right. She's sitting there letting, and I don't know who the fuck she is, some reality star, I guess, letting this damn dog lick all up in her fucking mouth, man. Like, got to get the hell up out of here, man. It says, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. It says, for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Okay, because ultimately the Lord ended up confining Esau to them caves, man. That's why I said you can take Esau out the caves, but you can't take the caves out of Esau, man. When you look at how this dude get down, how vile and filthy he is, man, he's vile. You got certain information coming out. Some of these motherfuckers don't take showers. They take showers probably once every year. Matter of fact, when the Spanish, French, and the British, all right, I forgot, maybe it may have been the British, or it might have been all of them. When they came over here, man, we had to teach them to shower and things like that, man. Gad, the Native Americans, had to teach these devils how to do those particular things, man. And even before that, during the time of the Renaissance, when Esau crawled out the caves, okay, the region of Georgia, Russia, when they came up out that region, well, who was ruling the Middle Ages at that time was Jake. You had Jake, the Israelites, who was ruling. You had the Ishmael, okay, at that time too. But you pretty much had Jake that was ruling, man. And we had to teach them devils everything that they knew, man. How to bathe, how to wash themselves, you know, because they didn't do that. They was, on all fours in the motherfucking caves doing a whole bunch of tomfoolery. And yet these are the very same people who in their minds believe that they're better than you, man. But like we got the drop on y'all history, man. All right. It say, for want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. Yeah, they pretty much became beasts, kind of like what the Lord did to Nebuchadnezzar, man. He turned him into a beast, had his ass on all fours, behaving like a beast. That's how Esau was, man. That's how these Edomites were. And this is their history, man. You got several books on it, going into, their history. We know it. We know these devils for who they truly are, man. But it's the majority of you people, just because Esau stands up straight with a suit and tie on, right? He's a suit and tie on and whatnot. And he slicks his hair back, that you people believes that he's on some type of level. No, man. All right. The Lord said, matter of fact, let's grab this. Okay, you need to remember who the fuck this devil is, man. All right, this is the man that the Lord has indignation towards, man. All right. Daniel 4:17, it says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones. All right, to the intent that the living may know, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over at the basis of men. Okay, and who's the basis of men is Esau, man, because there's 18 nations and Esau is the one that the Lord hates. You read Romans, the 9th chapter. Okay, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Esau is the wicked curse on the earth, man. Whenever you get through, no matter, I don't give a damn about how you people's feelings are. That's just what it is. And so the spirit on them is just not right. All right, that's why they do shit like this, man. And you got Jake that follows after the ways of these heathens. Next thing you know, Jake is sitting there eating fucking raw cow testicles and fucking raw chicken and shit. And it's like, where the hell did you learn that from, nigga? You didn't grow up eating that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, your mama probably fried the chicken too damn long. Now your ass in there eating bloody, cow. But no, man. That comes from these vile beasts. Okay? All right? But the Lord set up over at the basis of men to really just to teach us a lesson, because we went off. All right, because we went off, man. But back to Job 30 and 5, it says, they were driven forth from among men, they cried after them as after a thief. Yeah, and they was driven forth from among men because they were dwelling in caves, man. When you look up ancient Petra, matter of fact, and look at the architecture, the same architecture you see with the great Greeks and Romans, man, because that's Esau. He can't hide from who he is. But these devils dwelt in the clefts of the rocks, the rocks, the caves, like they do now. You see the pictures. I'm trying to find a better one, but that's where they dwelt, man. And the Lord ultimately drove them forth from among men, especially during the time of the Renaissance period, or before the Renaissance, Lakia. So it says, verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. And I just showed you that. That's ancient Petra, right? That's where they was dwelling, man. That's where Esau, that's where he dwelt. All right. And even during the time of the Middle Ages, they were in them caves of Georgia, Russia, man. That's why Esau loves caves. And you got these motherfuckers that go out there fucking cave diving, man. I believe is what they call it. Who does that? Salakia. Just some folly. But who does that, man? who goes cave diving? Who does that shit? Esau, man, because he's trying to get back to his roots. It says, verse 7, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. And I believe that braid is like a weird, it's like a wolf call. It's like a call out. It's like a I don't know how to say it, but yeah, the loud, harsh cry of a donkey or mule, to neigh, to roar. So it's like it was making fucking beastly sounds, man. Yeah, they were beasts. That's what they are. That's why she in there licking the mouth of the dog, because, I mean, she pretty much identified with it, man. Shit. It says, verse 8, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. How do you get viler than the earth, man? That means they're low right down. That's just E. And I think a close second is probably Ham's nasty ass. But, you know, vile is extremely unpleasant or foul. And that's E, man. It says, verse 9, and now am I their song, yea, I am their byword. Right. Now these Edomites, man, they'll call you a nigga, the hard R, you know, a wetback, a this and that. But it's like, whole time we got the drop on your history, man. You literally, and this is why they're gonna become a proverb and a byword among the nations, man. When you read, you know, Deuteronomy 30, the Lord is gonna put these curses on our enemies and all them that hate us. Okay, so Esau is becoming a proverb and a byword now. You know, you talk about gutter rats. You know, that comes from the Hebrew Israelites. We called them that. We called them that shit before anybody, you know, dealing with the small hats. But bywords and things are going to be placed on these Edomites, man, and their true cave beast nature is going to be, we're going to make fun of them, especially in the kingdom. It says, and now am I their song, yea, I am their byword. They abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face. And I have videos that pop up on my TikTok, man, going into how atrocious the Europe was during those times when Esau came back into power, man. I mean, the shit that the history into it was, they don't teach you this in school, man, but they wouldn't take baths. You know, they would put, I want to say they would put like shit on their teeth, like literal shit. You know, the type of shit they would eat was, I mean, it was terrible, man. I'll probably do a lesson on it if I come across the videos again, but they were just vile, man. And that's really the point. You know, I can end it off there, really. I can really end it off there. Okay. But, you know, the Lord, Yahweh Bashmiel Shah, all right, just really gonna have to just get rid of these devils in the kingdom, because, you know, if they were able to continue ruling, we see the direction earth is going, man. All right, there's not an upright bone in Esau's body, and he would make everybody vile and treacherous like him. You know, that's why they promote all this weird backward shit. But anyways, I'm ending it off there. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashmiel Shah. Shalom.